So right now, if you go into the corner of just in front of you, you'll notice an open container sprayed with bullets, which was a request from the story team to start off the big legend of Jensen who got captured.
Yes. Well, we figured that the way this was segueing from the Human Revolution, Jensen had gotten inside a life pod, and the next thing you know, when you're playing the missing link, he's beat up, he's been captured, but you never got to see that capture. So we really wanted to have a place in the boat where you actually could find where he had been captured. Discovered and show that he was not taken down easily.
Yeah, so we kind of crooked the containers and spent a bit of time making blood and bullet impact in there. We spent like 2 days on that thing, just modifying that setup a bit so that it looks, for some reason, the guards cleaned the bodies there, but they left some sniper rifle or something like that in there. I think it's a combat rifle that lies. There's weapons that are lying around for you to take.
And if you pay attention to the overheads, you'll notice that Jensen's acts of bravery got bigger and bigger and bigger in terms of the number of people that he took out in order to do this, as normally happens with rumors that are going around.
You know, it got to be so cool in production that we decided to make an achievement out of it. So it's more like it's not an Easter egg like you said, but it's sort of a nice little reward for the player who, you know, sticks with it. And it's a really interesting story.
Okay, so you're out of the boat right now and you see this storm in front of your eyes, and this is where we display the full extent of the new shader development we did for the DLC. This was all content driven without programmers. It's what we could do with our tools. So there's it's not a new engine per se like people tend to say, it's just new shaders that we used. You have better lighting, you have better shading everywhere, the lighting, you have better contrast, you have the full frame glow, which kind of gives this extra edge of lighting everywhere. And actually full frame glow is probably the cheapest thing we added and the most rewarding technology we added as far as ramping up the graphics in there. So, and you see how we cheated the storm. Basically, you can feel here that the boat is moving. It's actually just the sky around you moving. You have this enormous mesh with water. All the vertex of the water are kind of moving back and forth. Particles are being emitted. All of this mesh, all the water around you, all the ocean and the sky, this is swaying left and right. The boat is actually entirely stationary. It just gives the illusion that the boat is moving because everything else around it moves.
And the sound really helps to sell that as well, all that storm noise and etc.
Yeah, so this is all that set up here. Even the rain, you have this rain in front of you, which for most of the development we didn't want to put in there. We weren't sure we were able to pull it off in time, but the FX guy made a jump for it toward the end, and it was really great once it was in.
those bastards? God, I hate them. You have to admit it, they're tough sons of bitches, especially Bert. He doesn't look it, but the guy must be 60. I still wouldn't want to mess with him.
Barely. You afraid he'll hypnotize you or something? Get rid of his odds and he's just another old man. Same with all those spec-off assholes. They're nothing without their arms.
Maybe, but you can't say they aren't effective. I heard rumors about what they did at the pirate town off New Guinea. Scorched. Soon enough for Bert. Wait for a couple hours to help position. Have to fly out and see the stowaway for himself.
So this white hallway, at the beginning, this always was the same set of corridors and the other one you saw at the beginning of the cargo. But because we're out of the storm and we just got back in, the art director wanted to have a stark change of visual pacing. So this white corridors is very calm, which is a stark contrast to the storm that you have outside. It was something we did at the end of the DLC. We scrambled this set of assets for about 5 days, which was really fast actually. And I think it's a great call from the art director. That's the kind of thing that an art director is made for, just changing pace of the scene, and it makes sense in the context of the storm.
Starboard bow thrusters to 1/3. Initiating docking approach.
High seas forecast for mid area 10-11, southeast veering southwest, thundery showers, moderate.
So this was a very crucial story moment for us, because this was the moment when we reveal that Jensen's getting help from someone. And we wanted to, from a story purpose, you want this to be a very pivotal, important moment. You want the player to focus on it. Yeah. But we were limited in our cutscene budget for this, so we couldn't really do it as a cutscene and ensure that. We had to actually make it more of what we call a forced conversation.
Exactly,
and the conversation itself had to also react to what the player had done earlier, whether he'd played stealthy or not. So we had a lot of challenges in pulling this one off. From both a writing standpoint, but also a technical standpoint.
It was a very complex conversation to do technically, because like we did with the first conversation with Netanya, where depending on how you role play in the conversation, we have different gear, and then from then how you play the first section, the trying to exit that environment and getting to the control room to call Pritchard for letting him know that you held hostage somewhere, etc. And then, as you said, it is a reveal that the player also get help from a mysterious contact with that character on the screen, but also he's still isolated from the world because he cannot contact externally to his buddies. But yeah, technically the conversation also tracks the action of the player. Did you get seen by NPCs, by combatants and all? A very good Deus Ex type of mission scripting, so I'm pretty proud of this one. And
it was very reminiscent of the first Deus Ex, because we wanted this mysterious contact, like in the original Deus Ex, to help you get free as well.
Yeah, exactly. And also we had a lot of discussion trying to how do we how do we show that character on the screen? And we at some point we wanted to have a character hidden somewhere outside of the world in an empty space and actually have a camera on his face and see an actual character, but we couldn't technically do it properly. So we basically just did this animated texture with a fake robotic voice behind. So that it ended up pretty good, but yeah, it's good.
Expect scattered squally showers and
Initiating docking
thunderstorms.
approach.
IC's forecast for mid-area 1011.
Richard,
Francis Pritchard isn't going to be hearing you anytime soon, Bratan. Autono is close to the base and is jamming array.
who the hell are you?
Someone who's gone to a lot of trouble to make your escape look like accident. So far, your skill at playing the ghost is working in our favor. But it's only a matter of time before those Rodi realize you slipped a break. Get to the aft cargo bay. Find the sally port there and enter it. You're going to encounter more resistance. But the longer you stay undetected, the better off your future will be.
X-ray 9er, North 7 to severe gale 9. Heavy storms, good visibility becoming poor in showers, moderate
Stabilizing
ice.
fins deployed. Load reduced to acceptable values.
Unsettled weather affecting Thailand and Strait of Malacca. Expect scattered squally showers and thunderstorms. Nothing else.
Good. We can stay in the CIC and monitor the dock. Then we'll check out the damage and help Kirk's guys try to restore it.
IC's forecast for mid-area 1011. Southeast veering southwest. Thundery showers, moderate to good visibility, occasionally poor.
Starboard
Equator
bow
at 12
thrusters
south between 90 and
1/3.
142, and southward to coast, occasional rain. Visibility moderate or poor, sea fog warning. Delta Echo November, southwest gale 8 to storm 10, veering west, severe gale 9 to violent storm 11, rain, then squally showers, poor becoming moderate. X-ray 9er, north 7
Rifleman
to
bank
severe gale
station,
9.
bearing R337.5 relative.
Thundery showers, moderate to good visibility, occasionally poor. Equator to 12 south between 90 and 142, and southward to coast. Occasionally.
Initiating docking approach.
So you have those surface table in front of us. If you walk to one of these tables, you'll see a bunch of assets propped up out of the table.
It's like a holographic table.
Kind of an holographic table. This is the most advanced shader we've done on those current generation hardware. You have all of this in front of you is some meshes, but mostly a shader that gives this 3D volumes. It's something we don't quite see on console, so we kind of went overhead with that. We was a party of shaders. The main thing about that is to try and, if you give attention to what's on the table, it's showing the boat getting ready to dock.
Yeah, because we're in an enclosed room, and we wanted to give the sense that, you know, we are approaching a base. You saw the base out on the deck, but we couldn't really show you any of that because we don't have any technology to show that you're moving forward and all this stuff.
Yeah,
so
the boat doesn't actually advance.
So we kind of put the surface tables on to A, give it a sense that, okay, now I see that we're supposedly docking at a base, and B, also to give us a sense of this is a military boat. And a lot of the designs in this room were kind of trying to show that this is more of a military base boat.
Severe gale 9 to violent storm 11, rain, then squally showers, poor becoming
Initiating
moderate.
docking approach.
X-ray 9er, north 7 to severe gale 9. Heavy storms, good visibility becoming poor and showers, moderate icing. Unsettled weather affecting Thailand and Strait of Malacca. Expect scattered squally showers and thunderstorms.
Access granted.
Starboard bow
IC's
thrusters
forecast for mid-area 1011, southeast veering southwest. Thundery showers, moderate to good visibility, occasionally poor. Equator to 12 south between 90 and 142, and southward to coast, occasional rain, visibility moderate or poor.
Rifleman Bank Station, bearing R337.5.